Okay, you ready for this?
Yep.
I got it.
Oh, you want to start?
Get your greasy little hands off there. You're in line and checking out at the grocery store. Whose responsibility is it to put the divider down? Is it yours or the person in front of you? And what happens if nobody puts it down? Ooh, I ran into this problem 2 days ago.
Did you?
I did, and the lady in front of me was kind enough.
I never realized it was a problem.
It has been a problem for me. The lady in front of me was kind enough to put the divider down, but she put her stuff on the conveyor belt, and I had only a few items. It wasn't even a whole lot, so I was just holding them in my hands. And she turned around and looked at me, and she gave me this look like this. And she looked forward, kind of rolled her eyes, and then moved all her stuff. She had a bunch of stuff and like pushed it all forward, and then grabbed the little divider and slapped it on the thing. And she looked at me like I was the dirtbag. And I didn't want to put it on the conveyor belt.
Probably a liberal.
So, yeah. So,
probably a nice lady.
I reluctantly kind of walked up and set it on there. I was like, thank you.
You walked up like a little
She
simp.
didn't even give me nothing, not a nod,
No?
nothing.
I would have taken that divider and threw it on the floor.
I should have just been like, okay, I'm gonna hide my stuff under all your bread.
Yeah, you're paying for it. And I'm going to take it from you when you walk out.
So I think, what was that?
Who is responsible?
If you don't want to pay for the person behind you, you better put that divider down.
That's kind of a backwards way of thinking about it.
It is.
But
I'm just being a smart ass because I was pretty upset about that.
I definitely think that the second you walk up, when there's groceries in front of yours on the conveyor belt, your responsibility is to grab that stick, put it down.
That's the adult thing.
Don't lay it down like a weirdo. Don't lay it flat. You got to stand it up.
Because some of those, yeah.
There's advertisements.
And don't lay it at an angle either for you angle people out there.
Yeah, do it straight.
Like people who walk across a street at an angle. Oh, that guy drives me.
Yeah,
I call them angle walkers. I have a name for them. What's the fastest way from A to B?
Straight line.
Exactly. So why are you going 45 degrees on me when I'm trying to be nice to you? You're already an inconvenience walking across the street. Don't make it any longer.
Question. When you walk when someone says, hey, go from here to here, I want you to beeline it. Why call it a beeline? Because a bee is shaped with a bubble. So technically, is it a bee? Is that a straight line? I mean, would it take longer to walk in a beeline?
Yeah, if you want to be late, I'll do it.
Make your mind, lady.
But no, I never thought about that. That's actually
it's crazy.
Oh my God, dude. Let's go, baby.
Gold Pony Boy.
Did you even read that book?
Yeah, The Outsiders?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see the movie too?
I did.
That was the Greasers? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he's
I also went, Warriors. That's the wrong song. That's the wrong movie.
Wrong movie.
Oh, talking about movies, the new Super Mario movie.
Oh, dude, so good.
Yeah, I was really worried about going to see it.
Yeah. Well, any new animated movie, you're like, man, what's this going to have in it?
Yeah.
But that
like when they came out with that whole Turning Red movie, you could see it was blatant what they were doing.
I'd say in the past, like, I don't know, like three big Disney movies, it's very, very obvious.
Right. Well, that's why I was so excited to go see Mario.
They're very woke, as the kids say.
Yes, yeah.
They're woke.
Yeah. Everything woke goes to shit. A lot of people are saying that now.
Go woke, go broke.
There's a lot of proof of that, though.
There is.
Oh, like that anti-capitalist cafe in Canada?
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, whatever, Canada. I remember hearing something about it starting, and I was like, "Oh, that's
a year ago."
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Right.
And guess what? It didn't work.
So a year later,
failed.
They go out of business.
Yeah.
So they had a whole for the people who don't know what it was an anti-capitalist coffee shop in Canada, and they ran their whole business off of the idea of pay what you can or something like that. So like if a drink is $8,
you pay $3.
Pay $8 if you can, but if not, just give us what you got. So it wasn't if you can't afford it, too bad, get out of here, right? That's what they're thinking. So they tried it for a year, and guess what? It failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong.
And it's funny because some of the drinks that he had higher priced drinks on the menu to make up for the losses he was getting from the people who were paying little to nothing for the other drinks.
That's dumb because people weren't going to pay full price for it anyways.
Exactly.
But what an idiot.
What happened this weekend? What'd you do for your birthing person in your house this weekend?
My birthing person?
Yes.
If you ever refer to my wife as a birthing person,
no.
I'm going to cut your head off. My wife, my beautiful wife who birthed my children.
No, according to the Vermont Elementary School, who is changing their sex ed curriculum, she would be a person who produces eggs.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all they get?
Yeah.
For all the...
She's a chicken.
Yeah. She's a chicken.
Women, you have been downgraded to chickens.
That's ridiculous. Who said that?
So in Vermont, there's an elementary school. So they want to get rid of the words male and female in their teachings. And they want to replace it with like I said, person who produces eggs or person who produces sperm.
That's outrageous.
To be more
That's ridiculous.
sensitive and inclusive to all that bull.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Which is crazy. And these are the people who claim follow the science, right? You need to follow the science.
But not follow it.
But not follow actual genetic science.
Pick and choose.
That you could pick up a woman's skirt and see if it's a woman or a male.
Yeah,
right?
Unless they're fat and then you can't see their penis.
Unless they're fat and you can't see their penis.
That's ridiculous.
That's just another example.
What's going to happen to those kids when they get older?
They're going to be confused.
Yeah, they're going to get older and people are going to talk to them about...
They're so impressionable at a small age or young age like that.
Well, yeah, and they're going to absorb anything adults are giving them.
And that's very hard to repair down the road.
Yeah, and that turns into weird people.
Yes, who do weird crap like this.
Yeah, who think it's okay to take away the word male and female.
Or call your wife a birthing person or any woman who had a child.
Yeah,
they go through a lot to have a baby.
Yeah, they don't just get pregnant and then the baby just pops out. You know? The stork don't fly in, just drop it off. And
it's a body and life altering process for a woman to go through pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
And to take that away from women because they're trying to be inclusive and not follow the science as they all scream about all the time. I just think it's so
ass backwards, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Or bass backwards. However you want to look at it.
Hypocrisy is amazing.
I want to touch on the border a little bit. Title 42 got booted. Now things are happening.
I didn't get booted. That federal judge blocked it for 2 weeks.
That's right. Yes.
It's not booted, it's blocked. It was only for the part of 42, which would have made it legal for them just to release people because their detention centers are getting too full.
Okay.
Called a parole. Yes, I think it was called the parole release.
Gotcha.
So that's been blocked. And that, you know what I thought about today? I saw some stuff on the news, and they were saying how, well, you know, the last couple of days they're seeing a lot less people coming across the border, and that there's not that big of a problem, and we're blowing it out of the water. And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, didn't that judge put a stay on the order that you guys tried to get rid of?
Yeah. Isn't that the reason?
That's probably
what you're saying.
Yeah. And people like the Texas governor who were throwing National Guard at it. DeSantis actually threw resources in, he sent resources to Texas. He sent customs, border patrol agents. He sent helicopters and boats. He sent all kinds of
I didn't know that
assets to Texas to help make sure everything stays secure. Which is what our government should be doing. But there was some crazy video I saw, and I can't, like, you got to take it with a grain of salt, right, when you see things online.
Right.
But there's a video of, it looks like a U.S. military personnel opening a gate on private land to let illegal immigrants
through. I saw that. Yeah.
And who knows the context of that.
But that's not the first video,
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's not the first one. There's another video I saw of, I think I showed you, there's the video of the guy. It's at night and they're in some ravine in Texas and they're bringing buses in and all this crazy stuff, and we'll put it up so you can see it. But I actually found another. Remember, I was telling you, I was like, I don't know how much validity
because there was only that. Yeah, and there was only that one guy who was going. He was pretty pissed off.
Well, now I found another video that shows a different. It's the same moment. It's a different perspective, but you can hear the guy talking in it while this person's talking on their video.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so
so maybe there's some validity to that.
But yeah, dude, there's crazy stuff happening. They're finding like terrorists coming through with groups of people
here in California,
right here in San Diego.
And to the defense of everyone who's going to say, well, that's always happened. Yes, it has always happened. Yeah. But what about if that judge didn't put that stay on there? How many of those people could have just waltzed right in and not even known it? Like what?
Exactly.
We don't know what they're capable of.
No. What's really been pissing me off? Have you seen all the business with the veterans getting kicked out of hotels and all their room and board to make way for people coming over the border? How does that make sense?
Yeah, these are guys who went and fought. We put them, our government put them in harm's way, and now last minute, hey, you need to get out of the way because we have a lot of people showing up, and you're in the way.
Yep, get out. And I did see a thing where there was a few hotels where they took them out of that hotel and they're placing them into other ones, but they're downgrading.
But they're being housed by an organization who's helping to take care of these veterans, and they didn't know until day of. So they're scrambling to find these guys housing.
Last minute.
And here they are getting booted to let people who haven't contributed nearly, or not nearly anything compared to what these soldiers did.
Yeah.
And it's just outrageous.
It is outrageous.
But we did have a win, though,
What's that?
with the whole Russia collusion thing.
Hey,
For everyone out there who said I was nuts,
let's go, baby.
and the other couple million people who thought we were getting called.
I knew it from day one.
Yeah.
Day one.
I never doubted you for a second.
No.
Trump.
Hey, we're going to have Trump on the podcast
Hopefully, someday.
eventually.
He probably would.
Yeah, I got to call into his people. We'll see.
I've
what
been
happens.
watching you guys. You're the
Yeah.
best.
You're not the best, but you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Not the best, but good.
Cameron, he's pretty lean. Lane a little chubby. But Cameron,
He's a little chubby. But yeah.
I hate
a
to
lot
say it.
came
No,
out
actually,
on
I'd love to say it, but I told you so.
Yeah. And those of you who don't believe it, look it up. It's all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Old John Durham didn't do the Democrats right, or the FBI. For people who don't know about this, he got hired 4 years ago to investigate the whole Donald Trump Russia collusion allegations. And it turned out that through all his findings, not one person nor Donald Trump had any communication or connection to any type of Russian agents or any collusion whatsoever.
They didn't even have grounds to open the case.
Yes, and that's where I was going with it.
So they basically just opened it like, oh, we don't have anything, but let's just try it anyways.
Yeah, they didn't have any actual evidence.
So-
and Obama,
Oh,
Hillary Clinton, and Biden, while he was still vice president, all signed off on this investigation.
they sure did. They sure
And
did.
Hillary was the one funding it all. And Hillary, she's the one who actually got hacked by the Russians during that time.
She
Do you remember?
Yeah. They took like gigabytes of stuff.
I actually got the numbers because I wanted to know. So the way they got into the emails, and it was for the DNC itself and the Clinton campaign servers. It was like the fish emails where they kept sending them emails requesting information.
Okay.
And these people fell for it, which is red flag number one. If someone's trying to be become president of the United States, you fall for these emails. And they got enough information. It took them like 5 days, and they got into the DNC and the Clinton Foundation's emails. They took 70 gigabytes of data that were taken out of the Clinton campaign servers.
That's a lot, dude.
And then 300 gigabytes were taken from the DNC's network. But Donald Trump is the bad guy.
Of course. Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that Hillary was working with Russia, but they were, while the whole allegation was going on against Trump that he was colluding with the Russians, this was happening in the background.
Yeah.
And John Durham even says, or he even hints to the fact, like, yeah, this was they kind of did this because Hillary had her own problems at the time.
big problems.
Yeah, and they were trying to hide all that. So it's
just nice to win one.
Shout out Kevin. I mean, think about the few million people who are seeing this news come out, and they're like, "Wow, that was bogus."
Well, and I wonder if any leftist people or Democrats, if they have something bad to say about that, or some kind of rebuttal. There can't be any.
I was gonna say, how could you?
No, the guy's been exonerated for it.
Yeah, the proof's there.
When you have
it shows
CNN, when you have CNN saying Donald Trump's pretty much been exonerated from this,
Yeah.
you know someone screwed up and someone's head's going to roll because the Democrats are not happy. Well, it's probably not going to happen. I can say it till I'm blue in the face, but Hillary Clinton should be getting in trouble for this. I hope they're digging into the whole financial chain and see what paid for that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think the Obamas got to get in trouble for it too,
Right?
you know, and then anybody included. But again, everybody in that high caliber, they can get away with murder,
Right.
You know, and it's such BS.
It is. If you did something like that, or if I did something like that, if any normal citizen did something like this, you would go to prison for a long time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Whether you're Democrat, Republican, independent, anything, everybody should worry about the outcome of that finding from the Durham report, because if they can do it to someone who's trying to become president of the United States and they spy on your campaign and they get wiretaps and 4 FISA warrants that are totally bogus, that means if he doesn't have any safety, what do we have?
Right.
You know,
We got nothing.
we got nothing compared to that.
Nothing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All we got is these badass t-shirts, dude.
Finally
Long
got some
sleeves.
made.
They're not even t-shirts. Long sleeves. But no, it's ridiculous. It is. Think about the people who voted for Joe Biden. You think they're looking at that and like, damn, dude, they lied to us.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's a lot. I'm not saying all Democrats are mindless, and like people talk a lot of crap about.
No,
Democrats.
because you have people who are Democrats who just are like typical people who just have their views and they just agree with some of the stuff on the left, and that's fine. That's one of the great things of the United States.
Yep, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are looking at it like, wow, yep, they did lie to us about that. That's pretty screwed up. Maybe that's why Trump's polling higher than any Republican for president, and he's most likely going to win the next election?
Hey,
Oh God, the town hall.
the town hall.
Dude, that was a massacre.
What's her name
You
again?
are a nasty person.
Yeah, and she was nasty. She was super nasty. And here's the thing about that. The town hall thing was not for that lady to push her political views
Or attack the guy.
or attack the president. It was literally for the people to get questions answered, right?
Right.
Or Q&A.
To hear this person's side of the story.
Person's side of the story. The way it was ran was completely unprofessional and
she
not
went
the right way.
She probably went in there thinking she was I'm this big bad reporter and I'm going to go after this guy and I'm going to make him look like a fool. And she learned the hard way on that one.
Dude, when is the left going to learn that you can't debate Trump?
He's not stupid. Everyone thinks he's this big orange idiot. All the terrible things to say about him.
Right.
He's a very intelligent person. Before Trump was president, I wasn't this huge Trump is God person and all that.
And
crazy
we touched
stuff.
on that in a
we did. So I'm not going to go on that tangent because that pisses me off too. But he's not stupid, and you think they would learn that? Like, you're going to go toe to toe with this guy? That'd be like going to Mike Tyson and be like, hey, I'm gonna go toe to toe with you, and I'm gonna beat your ass. No matter what you do, I'm going to win.
Wrong.
Yeah, I don't care how big and bad you are. You're gonna get rocked.
Yeah, they need to realize that anybody they put up against Trump,
Tyson, hey, he's going to hang out with us, man. We're down. That'd be cool.
But Trump will always dominate debates.
Why wouldn't you want a guy like that to be your president? He'll make America the dominant force.
Yeah,
in a good way though. Like, we're not bullies. He's not we wouldn't want to be bullies by any means, but we don't want anyone to screw with us. He's very assertive. That's what it is.
Yeah, and that's what you need in a leader. You need assertiveness. You can't have people falling downstairs.
You don't need indecisive. Hey, let's make everything woke and have the military be woke. No, the military should be vicious. The military should be monsters. But anyways. Oh, actually, on a wait, I got a good one. So on a more lighthearted note, Martha Stewart, at 81 years old, so you don't know about this.
I don't.
She was on Sports Illustrated, swimsuit edition.
I'm gonna check that out.
Mama's killing it.
Really?
Yeah, for 81 at least.
She's 81.
Yeah,
and she's on
She was on Sports Illustrated. She wasn't like in a thong bikini or nothing, unfortunately, but she was like in a big. She was like in a big onesie.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
Damn,
no, good for her. Even though she's a
God.
Democrat. I mean, hey, more power to you, Mama. Good
That's
job.
hilarious. No,
She killed it.
I didn't know that.
There it is.
Hey, let's go, Mama Bear.
We're gonna put that up right here.
Yeah,
we'll give her a little shout out, Martha. Good job.
Old Marthy.
I wonder if any of those immigrants made it back to her vineyard.
I highly doubt
They're
it.
sipping on a nice Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah.
So somebody sent this to us. This is from Miller Lite. So I want to see what this commercial. I haven't seen the commercial
Like
yet.
a new ad.
Yeah. So let's see what we got.
Here's a little known fact. Women were among the very first to brew beer ever. How did the industry pay homage to the founding mothers of beer? They put us in bikinis. Wow. Look at this wild. It's time beer made it up to women. So today, Miller Lite is on a mission to clean up not just their but the whole beer industry's Miller Lite has been scouring the internet for all this and buying it back so that they can turn it into good for women brewers.
First, we turn the bad into compost. Then we feed compost to worms, push out beautiful fertilizer.
That good helps farmers grow quality hops,
which is then donated to women brewers to make their own really good
But there's definitely more out there. In your attic, in the garage, in your parents' basement. Send any you got into Miller Lite and they'll turn that into good too. Oh. So here's to women, because without us, there would be no beer.
Wow.
That's pretty outlandish. That's crazy.
I'm surprised I haven't seen that. I wonder how new that is.
I don't know. It's new enough for us not to have seen it yet. I haven't seen it on social media, and maybe that's the way they want it.
Yeah, no kidding. You think if that was like really if that was a popular subject, that would be all over the place, right?
So wait, I'm trying to wrap
Dylan
my head around.
Mulvaney was all over the place when that came out.
Right, but this is kind of not the other side of it, but this.
Well, this goes to the whole feminist thing.
Yeah, okay, yes.
And you know how I feel about feminists, modern day feminists. I'm not saying women who are proud to be women.
Yeah, extreme feminists.
I'm saying feminists, like 2020 to 2023 feminists.
Yeah.
Like
So-
they wouldn't, like we couldn't get away with making a commercial like that. From what I got from that, they're trying to take back beer as a women's drink. Or like, what they you should thank us for making this.
She did say without women there wouldn't be beer.
I want to go back to some Viking texts and see what they got because they had a lot of mead back then.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty
I'm a
far
huge
back.
fan of the Vikings.
That's pretty far back.
I watched all the shows.
I'm pretty sure back then there wasn't feminists, bro.
No, but the Viking women were pretty bad.
But those women would
they would
kick your-
They would beat you up in
they'd
in a
kick
sword
your ass,
fight.
dude.
You had no chance.
no. I'd be
They'd blood eagle you for anyone who's seen that one.
Yeah. So here's my take on that. Like there was the part where she shows the girl in the bikini, right? It's like, well, no one forced that woman to go do that. Like
Right.
she was like, hey, I'll be the spokeswoman for this. I'll be the face for it.
Right.
Now she's dumping on women who capitalized on the opportunity to be
That's-
part of a big thing.
I didn't even think about that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
I wasn't there when they hired the women back then, but I'm pretty sure they didn't put a gun to their head and like, hey, you put this bikini on and you rep our drink.
Yeah, we'll knock you on the head with a club and drag you to a cave.
That's
Caveman
crazy.
style.
I can see how they're going to get backlash from that.
And that was aggressive. I would say that was aggressive.
I would say so.
Like, are women supposed to be like, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's women who drink Miller Lite, but I don't think they drink it because they're like, yeah, women made this beer.
I saw it, and as a woman, I'm not inclined to go buy Coors Light
Right.
any more than
Miller
I was yesterday. Or,
Miller.
I'm sorry, Miller Lite. Yeah.
Hey, chill, dude.
Or Miller
Coors
Lite.
is still on the right side.
Coors,
That's all- that's all I got.
it's all we got left.
That's all we got.
Sorry, Miller Lite.
Actually,
yeah.
I'm not a beer guy, but
that doesn't make me want to run out and start buying Miller Lite because we're gonna take it back.
no.
If
But-
anything, like that's ugly. I'm really not gonna buy it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to come from that. If anything, they may have pulled that the second they started getting smoke from it. You know,
Yeah.
that's the problem with trying to be inclusive with everything now. Trying to go with the. I don't know if that falls under the woke agenda, but it's within
Now,
the same realm.
I would say it does.
Right?
I see it like that. And like
then
they're
attacking-
trying to take something away from men.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
Right.
how I got it. Like, oh, you're trying to take that away from men? I don't think men ever thought they owned beer. Men just like beer. They drink beer.
Well, they're also attacking other brands because the lady in the ad clearly said that's
she did.
that's how they've all done it.
Right. Right.
It's like, well,
I think it's a mistake. Anyone to tread into those waters when you're a company that is based solely on profit, you're a for-profit company, and you want as many people buying it as possible. All your marketing should only be based on hey, how can we get more people to buy this without shutting a lot of people out or trying to take it away from the people who've been buying it for so long.
and that's the problem with going woke.
Right.
That's the
Everything woke goes to shit. It just does.
Well, they
and
say-
it keeps proving itself.
The saying is go woke, go broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anti-capitalist coffee shop.
Yeah.
See you later, sucker.
See you later. I mean, look at Disney. Like you said, Big Red was kind of the start.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Big Red was that bad, but
I thought it was not. The second I saw it, I was watching it with my kids, and my wife was sitting next to me. We saw a couple things, and I looked at my wife, and she looked at me, and I'm thinking, we're not watching this.
You know what sucks is now if you go back and you go watch the old school movies, there's disclaimers in the beginning. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. Yep. Ooh, that's a good point.
There's disclaimers. The first time I saw a disclaimer, I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. Because they're
Saying-
sensitive material, and that's
Yeah.
why they're changing the Little Mermaid sound. Some of the soundtracks on Little Mermaid for that new Little Mermaid coming out.
They're changing the original song.
Kiss the Girl is one of them because
Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Kiss the
Hey,
Girl.
I'm big Disney fan, so
Yeah,
I know,
huge,
I
yeah.
know this.
Which really makes me mad because I want my kids to enjoy this stuff.
Yeah.
But like the song "Kiss the Girl," like if you look back at it, it's like a romantic thing, and she's into it. She's
Right.
no one's grabbing her by the throat,
And I'm
making her
pretty
kiss
sure
this
she
guy.
identified as a girl back then.
Yeah,
That wasn't even a problem. That wasn't a problem back then. I miss the 90s, dude. That wasn't a problem back
know.
then, bro.
It wasn't.
Everybody lived their life. Everybody had what
yeah.
they
And
wanted.
if you didn't want to
Everybody
live
did
like
their
everybody,
thing.
sorry to talk over you. If you didn't want to live like anybody else, no one really gave a crap.
No. Dude, you remember going to the mall back in the 90s?
Oh yeah,
Early 2000s? It was the funnest thing. Payless.
yeah. Payless shoes
Hot
is still a thing.
Topic. I mean,
Hey, this one really going to age everybody who went to Mervin's, which is now basically Kohl's.
right. But it's gone.
Like talking about Super Mario. Like I was so happy to see that movie, and I went in there kind of not dreading it, but really thinking like, God, I'm gonna see something, I'm gonna hate it, I'm gonna want to walk out, and this is gonna suck. Because I grew up playing Super Mario on Super Nintendo and 64, and it was one of those fun things that I did as a kid.
Yeah. I was super excited when I saw the
Yeah, and
trailer
they
for
did
it.
such a good job. The soundtrack was great. They stuck to the like the levels in the game, and it was just, and my kids loved it.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't watched it yet, Zero Wokeness. It's just a good old fashioned good
kids movie.
Kids-
Actually, it's not even for the
nah,
kids. It's for us. It's for us. It's for it's for all the older people.
Yeah. I didn't want to take my kids to
No.
I wanted to go by myself.
Right.
And when you have old classic movies that come out, people expect to see the classics of it, right?
Right.
So when they come in and they start changing things just because people will get offended by it, it's like, dude, we got to get out of that.
And these kids won't even realize that. They don't have the mindset of that. It's the adults who have the problem.
Oh, that's a good point.
And I shouldn't even call them adults. They should just grow up and be adults.
They're the children. The
Yeah,
kids watching
the
it.
kids are. Yeah, they have more responsibility than the adults these days.
No, and that takes me back to my rant on the last episode of people just need to quit being so damn sensitive about stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Toughen up.
Yeah, the world's not about you. You can't
No.
be that self entitled to where you think that nobody can say anything that you disagree with.
Right.
Ooh, I think I just hit puberty.
Ooh. You're about to start. Man, growing hair in funny places now. Jeez.
But you got me all sidetracked. You looked
Sorry.
you looked at my
I
nether
looked
regions.
at your.
Stay out of the goods, dude. They were twins. They look the same.
Bet.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Prove it.
Prove it. Put them on the table.
Yeah. On the table.
Put them on the table.
Hey.
Sorry, that wasn't appropriate.
Now you're just giving out trade secrets, dude.
Now, if that isn't insensitive, I don't know what is.
I know, but yeah,
But I'm not here to be sensitive.
no.
I don't walk around thinking, I don't want to offend anybody. That's
Yeah.
why, I almost don't want my kids to watch the next Little Mermaid movie.
I don't plan on watching it. And the reason why I don't plan on watching it is because I have the mindset of the original.
I'm going to rebuttal that.
There was no issues with it. It was a beautiful movie when we were kids. It was a beautiful movie when I showed it to my kids when they were old enough.
Right.
And then this new one comes out. They changed monumental songs in it. Scuttle's completely different. I think Scuttle is played by a woman, which I don't care about the woman. Well,
You know
I
how
do.
funny Scuttle
It's like,
was?
why? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's pretty
Scuttle
funny.
had a raspy, hilarious way to him, and now it's
Right.
like a well-spoken person. They take things that are supposed to be
Pure and
genuine,
clean and genuine.
Yeah, and they change them just because of people's feelings. It
You
blows my
can't
mind
go
that
back
people-
and change history because you don't like it.
No,
You don't have to agree with it. I'm not saying all history is fantastic. There's a lot of history out there that's not nice to hear about. It's bad stuff.
hey,
But
sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, you want to be offended? Watch the movie Blazing Saddles.
yeah.
You talk about a movie
Yeah, you
that
wanna talk
might
about-
throw some offense.
So my rebuttal to the Little Mermaid, the new one, is like a year ago when they had the little teasers that came out, and I saw that Little Mermaid was played by a black woman, and then
Yes.
I saw another video right next to that. Someone did like a reel of it, and it showed this little girl. She's African American, and her mom shows her the video, and right as you see Ariel in the video, the little girl's face lights up. She's like, "Mommy, she looks like me." And I like, it gives me goosebumps now. Like the little girl's like, "Hey, I can relate with that."
Okay.
So I get it. Like, remember, was it?
Oh, I'm not
was
against-
It, well, no, I'm not saying you are. But
Yeah,
remember
I'm-
Cinderella back in the live action when they did? Brandy played Cinderella,
Yeah, and it was
great. Awesome, right?
Yeah, she did great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who played the fairy godmother? Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Great job.
Perfect example.
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome inclusion right there.
In the new Little Mermaid, that Ariel being a black woman is
Right.
not an issue. I don't have issue with that. It's the changes.
Right,
It's
right. But my point to that was I was a fan of it.
Yes.
When I
am a
first,
fan
and
of
that was the only thing I saw was that. And I thought, you know what? That's so awesome to see that little girl's face light up, and how great, you know?
Yeah. It just.
And
it
then
just-
all this other stuff came out, and I'm like, oh God, like you're gonna throw that in there
What's funny is that only affects the older folks.
because the kids don't
The
understand.
kids don't get it. Yeah.
They'll never
Yeah.
know.
And it's not. And yeah. And it's nothing on them. They just. It's a new movie to them.
Right.
You know.
But it's not to me, damn it.
Yeah. You
Don't
can't
mess with it.
I want to hear "Kiss the Girl."
I want to be where the people are.
Sing the whole thing right now.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Do
have
it.
that. I don't have that pitch.
No, you do. You do.
I'm not saying I can't sing. I just don't have that pitch.
I think we got to get you to drink a little bit. We can open you up.
I am a fan of karaoke.
Yeah.
I can get down.
Yeah. Wokeness needs to
Anyways.
stop. Have you heard of the trans pop star Kim Petras? Petras. She landed a cover spot on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Oh,
I wonder how.
so they're jumping on the bandwagon too.
We'll see how that goes.
When's Caitlyn Jenner popping on there in a thong?
Hey, Caitlyn will be. Hey, you better chill, dude. Caitlyn will be sick on there.
Hey,
Caitlin's an athlete, dude.
well,
Yeah, Caitlin is a national
he
treasure.
is a diehard conservative, so I like
dude.
the guy.
You keep her name out of your
Man,
mouth.
you know what's funny? I'd probably vote for Bruce Jenner for governor of California.
Absolutely.
If he ran for governor, I'd probably vote for him.
Yeah, because
he always comes out, Biden's an idiot, and he's
Hey,
would
as
that
long
be
as
an
you're
oxymoron?
as long as you're on our side, that's cool.
Right?
That's great.
I don't know if there's a whole lot of guys who want to see a trans person on the cover of a Sports Illustrated magazine.
I know there's not a lot of guys who want to see it. They buy that magazine to see beautiful.
And no one put a gun to these girls' heads to go walk around in scantily little bikinis either.
No, they didn't. They didn't. Yeah, so don't go trying to stop Sports Illustrated.
No, I'm not canceling it.
No.
But
I'm just saying.
I don't like the idea
For the cancel people.
Oh, no
The
kidding.
cancelers out there.
Well, if they keep doing stuff like if in 10 years from now you keep looking at Sports Illustrated and it's a bunch of guys, unless they do like a fireman's edition, then all right, boys, go get them. But
I hope they do an electrician's edition.
and electricians, yeah, that's
I'll
right.
be on there like this.
I'll have my work bags on and I'll be shooting lightning bolts from my fingers. Maybe we can add some. I didn't know that. I didn't see that one come up.
And she's a pop star, Kim Petras.
So can he sing?
I don't know.
I'm getting to the point where I don't want to even say she anymore because it's.
I mean, that's fine. Hey, this is America. You
It
can
is.
do that.
It is, and I'm not saying that I would be disrespectful to somebody if they were in front of my face.
No,
you know what I
'cause
mean.
You don't want to do.
But I'm getting to the point where I'm like so tired of trying to keep up with everybody, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, if you come up to me and you look like a she, I'm going to call you Miss. I'm going to
If
call
you
you
look
ma'am.
like a woman and I can't tell, then I'm probably going to address you as a woman, and we'll move on with our lives. But if you walk up and you got a freaking beard and a mustache,
with long hair.
and you don't look like a woman, but you're pretending to be a woman, I'm not going to refer to you as a woman. Yeah, I'll just mind my own damn business.
What's happening, sport?
Unless you try to walk into a bathroom with my kids in there, and that's a whole nother. Don't even
this
get
guy
me started on
Look
that.
how red that cheek got. Look at that.
We'll have to talk about that one another day.
Yeah.
That one's pretty touchy, and I've already gotten heat with people for talking about that,
All right, well, we'll save it.
and we'll talk about that one next week.
Yeah,
holster that.
Holster that bad boy, dude. Holster it.
I don't think it's fair.
What?
I was going for the Michael Scott when he's doing his.
Oh, it wouldn't be right?
It wouldn't be right. You have 24 hours.
What's the ultimatum?
I'm sorry.
What's the ultimatum for?
You always give an ultimatum. Yeah, I think that's all we have time for today, man.
Yeah, I think so.
For anybody who's listening or watching, we appreciate it. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe and reach out. I hate this part. I don't want them to reach out. I want them to just do, if they like it, just show
He's
your
yelling
friends.
at himself.
There you go.
I don't
you
want
like
them to
it,
do
yeah,
this. If whether you're watching or
Now
listening,
you're schizophrenic.
whether you're watching or listening, we appreciate it. So I have it, and it just now I don't even know what to say.
Everybody, thank you for listening. Please spread the word. We're suck at this.
This is so bad.
My glasses were
Anyways.
crooked. That was a problem. The world was sideways.
Were you speaking in cursive?
Yeah.
We should have AI do this part for us. Can we get an AI machine?
It's out of the budget, man.
Yes. Please like and subscribe if you like the podcast.
Yes. It's incredible.
It's incredible. If you like what you're hearing, please tell your friends about it,
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you like what you hear and what you see, please share with your friends. Spread the word. Have them check it out.
Nice. Give it to them.